welcome to another episode of Daisy's World. And that's me, your hostess with the mostess, coming to you live from New York on this Sunday, October the 16th, from the Daisy's World Studios, also known as my Yonkers home. Just in case you all didn't know, yes, it's my Yonkers home that I do my little studio setup. As you can see, I've got my Halloween motif up in the background, and we're gearing up for the upcoming holidays, and I'm excited about it. Even though, we still have that Puerto Rico thing on our mind, I'm excited about the seasons. I always am, and my home reflects a lot of that. But getting on to things that's happening in our world, it's been beautiful, right? The weather's been great. No excuses for you guys not to go out there and do some of the stuff that I comment on below. The weather's just been fantastic. Don't forget to like and share below and comment, and tell me if you're enjoying the tips and the tricks that I'm putting out there. Hopefully you got to do the Apple Fest, the Harvest Fest, Murray's. There's a lot of stuff going on, and the weather's been fantastic, so there's no excuse for everyone to stay home. Go out there and do what you got to do, because pretty soon the weather's going to turn cold, and you're going to regret not doing all the beautiful things that are out there to do. But anyway, I'm sitting in here today on Sunday, gearing up for the football games, and, my sports, that's my thing. I got a chicken stew cooking in my kitchen. It's a good stew day. We got a little bit of partly cloudy weather here today, but it's still warm, but just a little bit on the cloudy side. But the sun did start to peek out a little bit, a little while ago. So, so you got time to get out there and do some Sunday stuff. But anyway, I got the chicken stew going, and today I was thinking about my recipes. This time of year I start thinking about all the stuff that I plan on cooking for the holidays, and I have my recipe book. This is my Daisy's Bible recipe book of all my recipes, and sometimes I start to think, am I the only one that has family members that no matter how many times they give you the recipe, you still can't duplicate it to taste just like them, right? Like their recipe comes out. I'm known as the roast pork or pernil chief or master in my family. When I have a roast pork in the oven, don't take long to ring the dinner bell. Everybody comes out of the woodworks. But like my sister-in-law Lisa, while she's a fantastic cook, and she's fantastic in a lot of stuff, but something about her potato salad, no matter how many times she gives me the recipe and I try it, let her, going down the recipe, I just can't duplicate the way her recipe for potato salad tastes like. And also my sister's thing, Diana, is rice, and her chicken wings, fried chicken wings, out of this world, legendary. But I just can't seem to duplicate it. No matter how hard I try, they just have to touch for their recipes. And comment below. Tell me if you have family members that you can't, duplicate their recipes, or what your favorite recipes are. I'd love to hear about them. Anyway, so let's see what's on for tap for today. Sports. Obviously, the Giants playing tonight. Haven't been able to win a game, so let's not dwell too much into that. They're over at Mile High Stadium playing the Denver Broncos. That's an 8 o'clock game, and, if they win, we'll take it. What can I tell you? A lot of their peoples are out. Beckham is out, Marshall is out, everybody's out. But, hopefully they'll give us a win sometime soon. But on the other front, I very rarely talk about the Jets because, my teams are Giants, Yankees, Knicks. But, we have a lot of Jet fans in my family. And you know what? Hey, the Jets are winning. They have a winning record. They're 3-2, playing the Patriots today. Probably as I film this, they're playing the Pats in MetLife. So they're home. And if the Jets win today, they're in first place. So at least that gives us something to be thrilled about here in New York. I always root for the New York teams, whether they're my teams or not. I like to see them do well. Okay, so that being said and done, good luck to the Jets today. And moving on to the Yankees. Yankees, what can I tell you? The baby bombers, the bats fell asleep. What a time to get into a slump, right? Pitching has been pretty fantastic. I mean, for both sides. Houston, I knew they were going to have good pitching. But you know what? Looks like the Yankees can't hit the side of a barn. But the Yankees, Tanaka and both Severino, they pitch well, but, they're not getting any hits. And, I always, I'm from the old school. Pitching wins the games. So I'm hoping that, those bats come alive. Let's see what Houston can do. So far it's been really close. And I think that Houston has that home, field advantage. But let's see what those brothers can do when they come down Monday. Yankees play the Monday here at the stadium in the Bronx, the house that Ruth built. Let's see if they can duplicate that when they got 50,000 screaming New Yorkers. So I'm going to tune in Monday. Hope you will too. And let's root for our Bombers. Hopefully those bats, come alive, because we're not going to win if nobody hits. And lately they're not hitting. But anyway, so that's it for the home front of sports. I think I told you that the NBA, they're changing their all-star thing, where the team captains pick their teams. And I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, let's just wait for the season to start and see how that goes. But let's see, getting into news you can use. Don't forget that this October 1st, beginning this month, is the FAFSA season. The federal aid student forms are available at the FAFSA.gov. And if you've got college students, your children, anybody going to college starting next year, or you have, like in my case, a freshman that's going into her sophomore year soon, then you have to complete that FAFSA to see what kind of aid and grants you qualify for. It used to be January 1st, but now it's October 1st. And the one that you do for this upcoming season is the 2018-2019. Because if you're like me and you already got a freshman, you already did the 2017. So now you have to do the 2018-2019 FAFSA. So get up there and see what kind of aid you qualify for. You obviously can't qualify for anything unless you do that FAFSA application online. It's pretty easy. Just get those tax forms ready. The tax forms that are needed are your 2016 are the tax forms that you need to fill out the application online. So that's at the FAFSA.gov site. I'm going to leave a link down below so you guys can head on over there and do that fast for good stuff and get whatever grants and aids you qualify for, you, your family, and your student. That being said, let's move on now to the politics front. And yes, unfortunately, Donald Trump is still the president, and he's still up to his old tricks. Now he's got a new executive order that's definitely going to try to remove Obamacare by sabotaging it. He couldn't get it passed through law, so he's got an executive action that's going to stop giving the money for the subsidies that people need, that helps them with that part of the law. If you qualify for the Affordable Care Act, it's based on your income, and then the government gives you the subsidies so you can afford insurance. The Donald said he's not giving them any money, so he's playing spoiler, right? I don't know what the deal is with Donald. I guess he wants to remove all of Obama's any big legislation. I mean, it's not even a thing about laws anymore. I just think the man just has it in for the former president and doesn't want anything to have Obama's name on it. So now we're looking at that. Thankfully, in New York State, the Attorney General, Eric Schneiderman, went right to court, same as they did for the travel ban. A lot of states getting together. He's taking the Donald to court. It's illegal what they're doing, and hopefully the court will see it our way and will prevail that the administration cannot cut back on those subsidies. So there's a big lawsuit. I think about 10 states have already joined, and let's just hope that the way that we stop the travel ban, we can also put a stop to this ridiculousness. I mean, you know what? I'm not saying the Affordable Care Act is perfect, but it's a good start. Fix it. Okay, you need to fix it, Donald. Stop trying to take the shortcut and using your executive order pen and getting rid of a lot of good help that people out here need, especially with health care, jeopardizing the lives of people that are vulnerable, young children, seniors, handicapped people. So hopefully, this Schneiderman lawsuit here in the state of New York, will prevail, and we can stop this ridiculousness that the Donald is now trying. In regards to Puerto Rico, supposedly help is now starting to flow in a little better. I found out through Facebook that packages and care packages are getting in. I don't know if you have to go to the post office and pick it up, or if they're delivering mail directly to homes. But care packages, if you need a care package, you want to send something to your family, the mail is working. There was a post that I did on my Facebook page where FedEx was charging like $500 to send packages over. A regular package that used to cost $30, $40. Really, FedEx? Really? You're going to try to price gauge during a catastrophe like this? You know what? Let's not, I hate to say boycott, but FedEx won't be getting any of my money for a long time to come. I'll use the United States Post Office, see what kind of rates they're doing, and when I need to send care packages to my family, that's who I'm going to use, because it's ridiculous, you know, this extra money that we have to spend to send care packages. I mean, I think somebody said that a package, they were charging $500. I mean, come on, be for real. I mean, who's got $500 to send a package? I mean, I might as well send cash. But anyway, FedEx, we're on to you. So it's not working. But anyway, moving along, let's see what's happening around the globe. Yes, everybody knows those fires in Florida. I'm sorry, those fires in California. Still, you know, they're devastating California, Sonoma County, the wine country. Fire has devastated that. Southern California. I mean, pretty soon, with all this catastrophe, we're not going to be able to vacation anywhere. Las Vegas, the shootings, you know, it's literally like bad news. You know, unfortunately, wherever we turn, I haven't really heard of any good news. So I'm looking for like good news for a change, because, you know, between the fires, the hurricanes, you know, I'm just not in the mood. I'm not feeling it, and it's kind of making me anxious. But, you know, God is good, and we just have to hope that, you know, we've got good people, good Americans, good citizens, and that we'll just take care of it. You know, we'll take care of ourselves. But anyway, so moving along, just wanted to tell you a few things that's happening in my town. You know, at Halloween, it's a big time to like be out there. And downtown waterfront, the Yonkers waterfront, they got a lot of things going on, starting with the pet parade. If you've got pets and you like to get them all gizmoed up in your little costumes, I may take my dog Riley. I'm not sure about that. But on October, I think it's October 9th. Let me look at my notes here, peoples, because you know what? I'm a little bit blind, as you can see. And let's just be for real now, and let me just put on my glasses so I can read. The pet parade is going to happen on October 22nd. So on October the 22nd, they're going to have the pet parade that's down in downtown Yonkers. You know, your dog has to be on a leash. You have to have their shots. You know, make sure that your dog is up to code with all of their shots and all of that good stuff. And if you're a good pet owner, you know, you do take care of that. But anyway, so that's going to be on October the 22nd here in downtown Yonkers, the Yonkers Pet Parade. So get your pet in a costume, head on over. Also, on the 27th, the waterfront, a lot of the restaurants and bars on the waterfront for this, you know, if you're into the adult type of fun, if you put on a costume, drinks are going to be $5. $5 for all you Halloween drinkers out there. And if you show up in a costume, all of the bars are going to be the cafes. You know, there's quite a lot of stuff going on at the Yonkers waterfront. And it's pretty nice. You know, it's a nice part of Yonkers. This one is going to be October the 27th. Down in the downtown waterfront. That's what we call our Yonkers off Main Street. We call it the waterfront. It's a beautiful place right overlooking the Hudson. And it's, you know, great atmosphere. You can sit out there, eat, you know, look at the Hudson. You know, the view is fantastic. And that's a little part of our world here in Yonkers. Also, the Yonkers Brewery on the 27th is going to have this big shindig going on. Also, you know, you can come into costumes. That's going to be on Friday the 27th, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. They're going to have a DJ, food, prizes for costumes, the works. And Yonkers Brewery is always great. They always got great stuff going on here at the waterfront in Yonkers. And it's a good time to be had by all down there. I've personally never gone because, you know, I've been the mother of 5 for many, many years. But definitely I've heard good things about the Yonkers Brewery. They're also very heavy duty and involved in our politics here in Yonkers. And thumbs up for the Yonkers Brewery. Get over there on that's on Friday the 27th if you want to have some good Halloween fun. Anyway, so I guess that's it for this week. I hope I didn't forget anything. Oh yeah, one more thing for the kiddies. On October the 24th and the 25th, the Yonkers on the waterfront, they've got this, it's a famous boat. It's called the Hudson River Clearwater Sloop. And it's right underneath the X2O restaurant. And they're going to be giving free tours. That boat is, they've got like, it's like an environmentalist type of thing where they try to protect the Hudson. And it's interesting. So if you don't have anything to do on the 24th and the 25th, head on over. It's free. It's also on the waterfront. And it's a good time. You know, get the kids to learn something. If you like sailboats, if you like the water. And, you know, the weather's been fantastic. So that's going to be all good. And, you know, take the kids down there and have a blast. And it's, you know, it's free. You know, free works for me. But anyway, so I guess that's it for this week's episode, mi gente. Hopefully, you know, everybody's getting some good news from their relatives and their family back on the island of Puerto Rico. We have an aunt that we're preparing to bring back. As a matter of fact, two of them are on their way back here. I always call it home, but coming back to New York, and they're going to come stay with family and friends until this situation is rectified on the island. I mean, you know, there's no electricity, no cell phones. I'm hearing that it's going to be sometime in January. And, you know, like I said, if you're young, you can probably cope. But if you're a senior, if you've got somebody that has medical issues, things like that, I don't see how, you know, you're going to be able to, you know, leave your people out there until, you know, January. So I know for a fact that a lot of people are leaving in droves. Somebody told me the other day that 30 to 40,000 have already left and have gone to Florida. So, you know what? Puerto Ricans are going to have to, you know, the politicians in power, Puerto Ricans can vote. And they're coming to a town near you. And let's just remember that we're going to be a pretty big voting bloc, you know, to reckon with. So, you know, I hope that Donald Trump remembers that when he's trying to pull aid and, you know, trying to say that FEMA's not going to be there forever and that the armed forces are not going to be there forever. We know this, Donald. Nobody expects for them to be there forever. But you just can't put fear into people thinking they're going to pack up and leave overnight when, you know, when the infrastructure hasn't even, you know, been rebuilt. As many of us that are going to have to descend on the continental United States because, you know, obviously, who can live without power and cell phone for 6 months? But you know what? We're going to remember, just like elephants. We're going to remember, and then we're going to vote. So just remember that. But anyway, mi gente, so I guess that's it. You know, hopefully you guys will have a great weekend. You'll get out there, do some things. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you next Sunday here for another episode of Daisy's World. Be good, be safe, and I'll see you next week. Ciao.